Yo, what's happening, guys? We're here with part 2 of the how to make a YouTube layout tutorial. Okay, recapping last tutorial, we created the boxes, the colors, the backgrounds, and all that stuff. You may notice that it is different from last time. I did change the background a bit so it's a bit darker. You're quite welcome to do that, but I just was fiddling around with this and I quite like this background better, so I'm just going to stick with this one. Okay, in this episode we are going to learn how to create side borders of your modules. Now, what they basically are, you'll either see boxes or you'll see like awesome looking abstract kind of borders around these. You may see them on certain layouts, and I'm going to be teaching you how to do just a couple of them. Alright, so here we go. First thing you want to do, you want to create a new layer and drag it under all your module layers and in front of your background. While on this layer, you want to go to this tool down here, the rectangle tool, and change it to whatever color you want. I'm going to stick with a grey scheme. And here's the hard part. You want to click Control R or Command R if on a Mac, and you drag these rulers out, and you have to try and rule them up exactly with each other on the exact same sides. So I'm only going to be doing it rough, but when you're doing it, obviously you're going to make it a lot better than what I'm doing it. If you want to move these again, you have to click on the move tool or the V for a shortcut and move them in or out. That looks pretty good. Alright, now what you do, you just click and drag all the way down until you hit here, and then you click that and let go. From now you go to View and Clear Guides, and then you can click V for the move tool again. Alright, now you've got just a basic one here, and you'll see it's like this, like how the modules were at the start. What you're going to do, you right click it and click Rasterize. Okay, so now you've got your basic outline of your border. What you want to do, you want to double click that and add some effects to it. Okay, we're going to add a drop shadow, opacity all the way up, distance at 0, spread at, let's go 10, and size at 10 as well. That looks pretty damn good, except I might make the opacity 80 again. Let's just have a look. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Inner shadow, I would keep the opacity at 75, distance at 0, choke at 7, and size at 7. And this is optional, but you can add a stroke if you really want. Well, everything here is optional, but I'm just telling you how I used to do it. And set that to screen. So it's like the same effect as the boxes. Another thing you could do, you could add a gradient overlay. So hang on, I'll just zoom out for you here. And you see how it's got a gradient, and you can edit these. So go to gradient overlay again. You just click on that box there, brings up the colors, and tap on either one of these tabs to change the colors. So you can either go with like a grey, a light grey to a dark grey, which actually looks pretty damn good. I always go for some reason. That looks pretty good. Actually, I might change the black to a darker grey. That looks okay. Alright. Now that's just a basic border that you can get for your modules. One that I actually use quite a fair bit is one that I saw on not a tutorial, but he showed us a background on Strats. Strats here, you might see him. He's another graphics designer. So anyway, he did it for one of his backgrounds, and I'll just show you what he did. So I'm going to hide that, and to do this, you actually hide these two layers, and you get this. And you zoom out for this. Get your rulers out again if you haven't. Oh, sorry, voice break. Drag your ruler out, and when you do this, when you go around about the middle, it'll click like that. Click the P key and you'll get the pen tool. You want to make a new layer, and you want to click it about here, and then click the middle, and then hold the shift and drag out. And what you see here makes a curved line, which looks pretty awesome. Hold the Alt key and go to where you put that second dot and click it. Hold the Shift key and tap down here. Keep holding Shift and just keep tapping until you make it back here. Now, whilst on this layer, you want to right click it after you've done this shape, fill path, and make it any color you want. So I'm just going to go with black for now. Right click and, oh no, hang on. Yeah, right click this and delete path. Alright, and you can move it down a bit. And what we've got here is a curved box thingy. What we want to do here, we want it on the second side. So whilst on this layer, click Control and J, or Command and J, and you'll make a second one. Now, click Control T or Command T to transform. Right click and click Flip Horizontal. And click and hold Shift and drag it across. And you see here we've got the perfect shape. Now what we want to do, whilst on this layer, hold Shift and tap the bottom one and click Control or Command E, which merges this one layer together like that. Okay. And then you can also add effects to this, like a gradient overlay. So I'm just going to suit it to my background. So like that, and you can add a drop shadow, you know, just do whatever you want with it really. To add random effects to it. It just looks awesome doing it this way. I actually quite like it. It's probably one of my favorites, borders or whatever. Yeah, it's probably one of my favorites. And a cool effect that you can do is drag that on top of it and then move it up. So it makes it look like it's behind it, and then duplicate it, drag it behind that box, and then move it up. So it looks like that. That looks awesome. I love it. Looks pretty cool. And then you make a new one again, and you just want to flip it vertically and move it up like really far. Hang on a sec, guys. Gotta change this. Oh, what was that? To -90. Like that. And then you can add some sweet effects inside here, such as a pattern or, you know, whatever you like. So, you know, that's just another one that you could do. There is one more that a lot of people use quite often, so I'm just going to delete these. And it will be the one that I will probably be using. So, you get your pen tool out again. Actually, no, you want to create a new layer. Then you want to get your ruler and you put it in the middle again. Whilst on this new layer, click the P for pen and click that. Wait, no, you want to click it about here, and then click it about where this box ends, and you have to hold Shift while you click it. Then click it anywhere random outside here, and you know, drag that out, and it makes a curved kind of. It was kind of like that first one we made, except it's got a nice curve. And what this does, you know, it just makes a really cool effect. Seriously, like I see heaps of people use this, and you know, it's quite successful. So why not use it yourself? You know, it looks pretty cool. So basically, like what we did with the previous one, we duplicated it and transformed it so it was on the other side. But we need to carefully do this because this one isn't as easy as the other one. So I would say about there looks about right. Might want to zoom in to get it right. No, that looks pretty good. Alright, you can get rid of that ruler too, and then merge these together. and then you add cool effects to these. So like a gradient overlay and all that stuff. And then you add more drop shadows, or even an outer glow would look pretty cool too, on whites. And just go crazy with it, guys. You know, it's your background. Make it how you like it. I really like the backgrounds that are simple, they're unique, they're simple. Well, I've already said simple, but I like ones that are either with a grey color, a dark grey or a light grey color scheme. Usually, when I see people use main colors like blue, red, orange, green, they overuse the color so much that it doesn't even look good. And you know, and I don't really like people that they're like noobs and they think, oh my god, I'm gonna make like the best background ever. I'm gonna get this color, just chuck it in. When they chuck in every color in the rainbow, it looks atrocious, seriously. So you want to stick with one color scheme that'll work through your background. So if you make a gradient overlay, make it from that light color to that darker color. Don't make it from like a purple to a green. That looks pretty bad as well. Don't worry, I've done it before. It looks really bad. Unless you get one that really works, then it's fine, but usually it doesn't work. So I usually just stick with the basics and it works every time. Don't know what else I could add to this video. I don't know, if you want to see any videos, guys, just leave a comment or inbox me what you want as a tutorial, and I might get around to doing it in some time. Alright, and another thing that you'd want to do at the end of your background, I know this won't be the end of the video, but this won't be the end of the series, but you want to make a new layer. Make sure it's always at the top of your layers. Get the brush tool and get this brush at the start. Make it about 1,000 will do, and make it the darkest scheme of whatever this color is. So mine would be a very dark grey, and what you want to do with it is just brush over it like that, because suddenly if you're looking at someone's background and you're there and you're just looking down, and then it just stops suddenly and it looks weird. So if you have a fade, it fades out, and then just make the background color whatever this color was, and it looks really cool. So that's just a quick tip that you should use. But anyway, that's our background so far, guys. That'll be the end of this tutorial. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys later.